Am I not live yet? Now I'm live. Hello? Okay, now we're live. I thought I was live like 30 seconds ago. Now I'm live. Let me post story on my Instagram real quick. Yes, I did see that, Leafs fan. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Good to have you. No, it's game 3, not game 2. Let me get a link to the actual stream here. And then we'll be good to go. We're still during the anthem, so we're not too late. Later than I wanted to. Oh, that's probably why. Come on. Come on. The game's like just starting. Can I do this in time? That's the real question. Oh no, we're still kind of at the anthem. Okay, we're not too bad. I should be okay. Yes, alright, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Click here and change it to that. There we go. Okay, I'm good. I'm ready. I apologize for that start there. It was later than I wanted it to be. But we're good now. And the Leafs are good now. Game 2. Let's make sure that I'm muted here. So, well, not myself. I'm not muted, but the game is muted. Of course, Joseph Woll is the starter, as we all know Anthony Stolarz and the story behind that. Shocker. No discipline to Sam Bennett. That wasn't really much of a question. I didn't really assume that he would get anything. I knew that he was probably going to get away with that one. Play puck Doku in the intermission, trust me. Game is easy. You can go perfect. We'll see. I got some other stuff I got to do in intermission. I'm probably going to talk about the Utah jerseys and stuff. Even though I just uploaded a video about it, I still want to talk about it in stream and see what you guys think. So game 2. There we go. There's the clock. So it's this John Tavares line that's starting. Here's Tavares with it in the corner. Of course, Nylander got 2 goals last game, and Riley trying to send it to the front. Gets to Pacioretty, but Marchand will take it away. Now Marchand, he goes to the far side, getting boos from the crowd, as always. Arlo lost the stick. Riley able to stop that one from getting to Lundell. Lundell gets hit hard by Riley. Nice little hit. All right, nice. Ooh. He tried to chip it past, goes up into the Florida bench. All right, big game here. Berube did say it, but I was actually talking about it with my friend after game 1. The Leafs, as much as the fans, and I'm sure the Leafs themselves, want to go after Sam Bennett, they can't go chasing him. Here's Reinhart coming in, shooting. Blocker saved by Woll. They can't go chasing Bennett. If they go chasing Bennett, trying to hurt him or trying just to throw a big hit on him, it's going to throw them off their game. They can't do that. Hey, Daniele, is that how you pronounce your name? I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so hopefully. Welcome. How's it going? Up puck. Marner's able to get it and dump it out. Another thing, of course, with Joseph Woll starting here. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Denali. I'm awful at it. I apologize. There's one story. I'm trying to remember what it is. What the name was. I can't quite remember. Here's Bennett behind, trying to swing it in front, and Wool makes the save, holds on. I think it was Melanie was the name, but I was at work at a bigger company, and I had to transfer my call to someone, and so as I was transferring it, I tried to say Melanie, but I guess at that point I had never seen the name Melanie spelled out before. And I just butchered it so bad. I think that's what the name was. Either way, it was a name that, like, it's not a very complicated name. I just had not seen it spelled out before. I'm not good at just not good at names in general. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not my forte. Ooh, turnover there by Benoit. As his fourth line's out here for. Oh, and now McMahon trying to get away. That's got to be a call on Ekblad. No way. Okay, they do end up calling it. Okay, or Kulikov. I thought that was Ekblad. Okay, I was going to say that is the most blatant call I think I've ever seen in my life. McMahon chipped it past Kulikov, tried to get away, and Kulikov with the biggest hold I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. So Leafs are going to go to the power play. Yeah, Leafs power play. Didn't have a great power play. I think it was 0 for 4 in game 1. So we'll see if they can turn that. It was 1 for 12 against Florida this season. 6 for 22 in these playoffs so far. They had a good playoffs against Ottawa. Now Nylander, he's able to gain the zone. Nyes gets it to Matthews. Matthews behind the net. Swinging wide. Gets it to Marner. Now Nylander. He holds. Nylander, Marner, shot. Tipped in front. Save. Rebound. It's loose. Nyes. Stopped by Bobrovsky. And Tavares falls over. Nyes, who had tripped down. A good chance for the Leafs. Not able to convert. Matthews. Now he's the one to bring it up the ice. He plays it into the corner, trying to go after it. Jones is on there first. Matthews collapses on him. Mikkola in the corner. Nice helping him out. And Mikkola does come away with it as Matthews falls down. Now it's a 3-on-2. Reinhart coming in to the front. It's tipped, save. Barkov able to gather up the rebound and send it back to Jones in his own zone. Wool, we'll leave it there. Oh, and Wool gets tripped up by Marchand. As Wool kind of came out to play the puck behind the net. Now Ekblad pinching up to keep the Leafs in their own zone. "17 seconds left to go. Domi will dump it in. Patches can't settle down that puck. Riley will send it across to Domi. Now he turns it over. Bennett coming the other way. Ekman Larsson is back. Oh no, that's Sturm. Sorry, not Bennett. 8, not 9. Nice, kind of keeping up the elbow, trying getting into the view of Bobrovsky, and there was a tip in front. Nyes kicks it to his stick, but Bobrovsky stays with him. And then, yeah, there's Marchand that goes up against Wool. Wool giving a little talk to the ref there, wanting something, but no call. And that will do it for the power play. So the Leafs do get 2 shots. It's a good chance. They had 1 good chance, but that's it. Kept in the zone. That one's doesn't get to the net. Rodriguez battling against the boards here with Kulikov, who comes out of the penalty box. McCabe, he fanned on that pass. Now here comes Tkachuk. Tkachuk in, shoots, and he put it wide, just missing the far side. I think He was given a little bit too much room there, but there was a Panther player on the far side. And the Leafs defenseman had to choose whether he wanted to cut off the pass or force Tkachuk. Decided to cut off the pass. Leafs get a little bit away with one. Benoit can't hold the zone. Now it's fed up to Verhaeghe. Marner comes back and knocks that off the stick of his. Now the 2-16s go into the corner. Barkov and Marner. Matthews able to gather up the puck. He gets tripped up, but is able to send it to Benoit. Red line and in for him. Bobrovsky, out to play it. And Tavares trying to knock it down. Now comes out. Pacioretty gathers up the puck in the neutral zone. See if we can get some more forechecking pressure here, guys. Tavares, that one picked off by Reinhart. Sent back to center. That's going to be a hand pass on the Leafs. As Luostarinen kind of gives a little cross-check to Riley after the whistle. So yeah, bad turnover here by McCabe. He just flubs it. And yeah, Tkachuk coming in all alone. Tanev decides to block the pass is what he did. He didn't really even pressure Tkachuk a whole lot. He left him to Woll, and Tkachuk just tried to pick his corner, missed it. Tavares turns the puck over. That one shot wide. Ekblad hit there by Pacioretty, but it's held in the zone. Marchand, he gets hit hard by Pacioretty. Now the puck comes to Patches, and he'll just lift it up. Nylander with a lot of speed, trying to work his way around Forsling. Lifted his stick, but he couldn't get away with the puck. Now Domi just misses jumping on that one. Samoskevich, who is out there now. Don't know who came out for Samoskevich, but he didn't play in game one. Now McCabe, he gets the puck taken away, and Leafs are able to just play it out. It's two plays by McCabe early that are not great. A rough first 7 minutes here for McCabe. Goal differential in the 2025 playoffs. First period, Leafs are +5. Florida's even. Florida's even in the second. Leafs are +2. Third period, the Panthers are +6. Leafs -4. Now, third period, last game does help a little bit. That's 2 for the Panthers and takeaway 2 for the Leafs. But still, Leafs do manage to win the draw. Tanev gets a second opportunity to get it out, and he does. Now a pass across to Domi, just out of his reach. Panthers coming the other way. Rodriguez crunched up the boards against Benoit. Bennett to the far side. Tkachuk will just chip it in. Now Rodriguez, he's taking a lot of hits there from Benoit, as now Yarncroke will carry it out. Fourth line for the Leafs on the forecheck. Lorenz comes away with it, trying to cut to the front, and stopped. Didn't really get there. Riley now at the point. He sends it off the boards. Comes out in front. Yarncroke can't knock it down. Lorenz! Oh! Off the side of the net. And Lorenz had his stick knocked out of his hands. No call. That's a great shift there by the fourth line. Now, Woll almost caught out of his net. That was Verhaeghe on the forecheck. Now Lawton gets it to the Florida side of ice. They're right back. Here's Verhaeghe. And McCabe does a good job taking the body. Nice job there. Made sure that he didn't get dipsy-doodled. Carlo able to just keep it in for a second, and now the Panthers off the boards and out. Carlo to McCabe. He's trying to settle it down here. That one comes free for Tavares. Tavares, nice move. He's stopped up by Marchand, taken down, and they will call that. And the Panthers players can't even hear the whistle because the fans are so loud. So the Leafs do head back to the power play here. We're going to go on a little bit of a commercial break. But it's Tavares' nice move on Forsling, and it's the skate of Marchand, a little slew foot, which causes the penalty. So the Leafs will go back to the power play. They showed a delay penalty for the Leafs on the scoreboard, and I was about to lose my mind. We did nothing on that play. Yeah. But I mean, we saw the Domi cross check last game, so this one is real important for the Leafs. Obviously, I mean every power play is important, but to go 0-6 in your first 6 power plays would be tough. And I think it would just be Panthers have been getting some pressure here, so you kind of need something on this power play. Oh, I didn't do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. I like to do polls. Who wins tonight? Leafs. Panthers. We'll keep it up for like a period. It's usually what we do. Yeah, big power play here. They haven't had too much. That would be. But let's just take it a little bit at a time here. Still got lots of game to go, so yeah, we need to big power play. Let's see if Leafs can do something. So yeah, a little slew foot. Yeah, the Panthers could not hear that whistle at all. They just did not hear it. It was a little bit of a late call, but Leafs win the draw. Marner to Nylander. Across to Matthews. It hops over, the stick of Tavares actually on the far side. Ekblad is able to lift it high and actually goes into the benches. So that will be another offensive zone draw for the Leafs. 10 seconds gone here. Marner has 5 power play points. These power plays are just so streaky. Sturm out there against Tavares. And Sturm will win that draw. Ekblad around to Luostarinen, who does get it out back into their own zone. Marner, I don't know, goes off the skate of Luostarinen. Nylander has to range back behind his net. Ooh, and Matthews, that one almost was stolen away by Reinhart. Now Nylander, he gets in, sends it to Tavares. Tavares going around the net. Sends it to Nyes on the near side. He'll pass it back. Marner with a shot, and that goes wide. Behind the net, Nyes able to gather it up. He sends it around for Tavares. Tavares tries to swing it in front, blocked by Forsling. Tavares had that poked away from him. Now Nyes. Back pass. Comes to Nylander across to Marner. Marner holds. Nice pass to Nylander. Nylander coming in. Shoots. No, he doesn't. Holds. Oh, and sends it back around. I feel like he should have shot that, man. He had some room. Nylander tried to send it in front. Deflected. I swear he was going to shoot that. Nylander behind the net. Comes to Marner. Across Matthews. And that goes off of a stick and high. Tavares, good forecheck. Matthews! Save. Nylander gets the rebound here. At the point. Comes down low. Nylander sends it back for Marner. And just out of his reach. Goes all the way down. Fuck. Man, I really thought Nylander should have shot that when he was coming down. Oh man, that puck goes down on Woll. It was a hot pass too. Jeez. Leafs got to be careful. Leafs now on the forecheck. That is going to do it for the power play. Leafs only get one shot out of that, but it feels like they've had more momentum. Marchand out of the box, and he is going to get tripped up by McMahon. And so now Florida's going to the power play. Oh, Bobby. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, that's a fair call. That's a fair call. And I mean, you knew that was coming. Basically, immediately, the Leafs got 2 power plays. You know, one's coming their way. The next one. And it's a fair call. It's a trip on McMahon. He can't be doing that. That's why I said the Leafs needed to convert. So now it's a big penalty kill here. God, fuck. Yeah, I'll talk about more the Utah logo uh, in the intermission. I'll go a little bit more in depth and we'll actually pull it up on stream, stuff like that. But it's not, I don't think it's terrible, but not ideal, I would say. Yeah, just really, man. The thing with that Nylander play, you know, coming down the left side there, is that Marner had made a really slick pass to him that caught 2 defenders of the Panthers up high. So it was basically a 4-on-2 down low. And Willie just held it on too long and then cut around the net, and it allowed the defenders to get back. I feel like he should have just, you know, taken a shot, thrown it to the front. I did want a blue jersey too, yeah. So there's the quick pass by OEL. He was trying to find Domi, and it goes right onto Wall. Second Leaf to record a playoff win in relief. Sawchuk was the last one in 1967. What? Here's a shot, and they score already. Barkov, like 3 seconds into the power play. That's what I... Matthews loses the draw, and they just get it to Barkov, and he throws it on net. It's a bit of a screen by Tanev, but, like, that's... It's a good shot. And that's why you need to capitalize on your power plays. The Leafs had 2, and they... One thing is they were a little too fancy. They held on too long. They didn't just get shots to the net. And allows Florida to get the first goal. Man, I'm I'm not excited about that one. Marchand, a little snow shower to Wool, not too big of a one. Now Marchand's beacon at the bench, of course, as usual. Salatin to take the draw. Marchand still beacon at the bench. Bennett on the forecheck. Lawton did win it. Now at least able to clear it. At Barkov's second point, or second goal of the playoffs, assisted by Jones. Oilers go, then go Leafs. Yes, sir. Good keep in there by Carlo, but Kulikov, he's trying to work his way around Lorenz, who had another player in front of him. Now, of course, Bennett getting the boos from the Leafs fans. Nylander to Tavares. He'll play it in. Bobrovsky misses that. Jones, he gets checked by Tavares. Tavares on the forecheck, comes away with it. Oh, sent in front by Nylander and missed the stick of Pacioretty. Good forecheck there by John Tavares. Marchand comes the other way. And Pacioretty is able to hold on to it and send it down. Bobrovsky, sorry. Will get it to his defenseman, and now Leafs are changing, so are the Panthers, so they'll just sit behind their own net and get regrouped. Now here's the breakout. Tipped down into the Leafs zone, and the puck. Is it an icing, or thought it was maybe tipped, but Broadcast had icing. Thought it was tipped and just went out of play. So yeah, it is an icing call. God, man, I'm just that's the two missed power plays in the first. It's so rough. And McCabe is shot off of Barkov. Now Nyes, he gets checked along the boards. Matthews trying to come away with it against Reinhart. He does. He tries to send it around, but it got stuffed up. Marner with a good forecheck, but Panthers are out. Jones gets to the red line this time, so no icing. Nyes back pass. He turned it over. Here's Barkov with it. Holds on. Gets it to Ekblad. In front. And, somehow missed the net. It was Verhaeghe who had a wide open goal. And I think he put it high. Now that shot goes wide. Verhaeghe able to swing it to the far side. Ekblad trying to work his way around Tanev. Matthews helps him out, takes away the puck. And another back pass, this time by Marner. It does get to McCabe. It's two back passes that I didn't really like, but Marner's one did eventually calm it down for the Leafs. Lee pass up ahead, finds Holmberg. Holmberg to McMahon. McMahon! Oh, blocker save by Bobrovsky, who came out far in his goal. He was way out to the blue paint. And McMahon had a chance to redeem himself. Bobrovsky says no. Now McMahon on it again. See if this third line can get something going. Domi to the point. Ekman-Larsson holds, shooting. And Bobrovsky, he gets knocked down as McMahon was in front and still loose. Now comes to the corner. Domi cuts it off. Sends it to OEL. Across to Benoit. Benoit down low. In front. Across. That shot. They went off a body and wide. Benoit holds the zone for a moment. Domi tried to play it in, goes off of a body and out of play. As the Leafs had a couple of opportunities, here's Boqvist just fumbles on the puck. McMahon in, takes the quick shot. Bobrovsky way outside his blue paint, makes the save. And then here's McMahon, who's in a battle with Bobrovsky and Kulikov. And McMahon gets a little piece of Bobrovsky, but puck stays out. Taves, future St. Louis Blues. Yeah, I mean, he does want to come back. We'll see if any team takes him. I assume a team will. 1 second, I'm going to blow my nose. All right. Now, a lot of chances there for the Leafs. They come close, but don't capitalize on it, and that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to say too much, because I don't like jinxing things, but 5 on Bobrovsky in Game 1. It's uncharacteristic of him. So I'm worried that, Bobby McMahon is a player I would really like. It's unfortunate he's been invisible in the playoffs. Yeah, well, I mean, tonight he's been noticeable tonight. Sometimes in the bad ways, sometimes in a better way, but I would like to see him, get something going for sure. Would be nice. Yeah, and there's the chirp and Marchand and Lawton. We're going at each other a little bit there. There's Bill Zito. So offensive zone draw. Second line out there for the Leafs against the Marchand, Luostarinen, and Lundell line. Nylander's taking the draw on the right side. He does win it. And Pacioretty jumping on the puck. He's trying to send it there for Tavares. It got stopped up. And now here's a little bit of a break feed. Good job by Carlo. Nice stick there to stop Luostarinen from breaking through. Nylander back to Carlo. Now Tavares trying to settle it down. There was a little bit of a post play, but that puck comes off the boards and Tavares just unable to get there. If he was able to grab a hold of that thing, he had an open lane right to the front. Riley's pass doesn't hit Lorentz. Now Tkachuk coming the other way. Back pass. Bennett tried to feed it back to Tkachuk. It was cut off, and now Lorentz chips it in. He goes after it. Mikkola takes a hit. Järnkrok in there against Bennett, and now puck comes to the line. McCabe trying to work his way around Tkachuk. McCabe still in it. He's down there deep behind the net. Now he sends it around. Tanev at the point. Goes back down low again. Järnkrok chasing after it. And McCabe holds the zone. Just put back in once again, trying to put a lot of time and pressure onto this Florida team, but now Florida's finally able to get it out. Benoit had that turned over, sent down low, tipped wide. Now comes back to the front, and Marner's able to clean it up. Marner for Nyes. Sends it to Marner. He's coming in with speed. Drops it for Nyes. Nyes makes a move. Shot! Stopped by Bobrovsky. Now in the corner. OEL plays it down low. Schmidt. Oh, and that one goes straight out. It's another penalty to the Panthers, this time on Kulikov. Second penalty of the period to Kulikov. And it's a delay of game sent right out into the stands. Puck in crowd. So it's a good play by the Leafs. Good forecheck. Nyes with a nice shot, and Kulikov, he actually had a little time, and he just sends it high. Oof! Watch out there. A lot of people in the crowd had to cover their face, not get in the way. So a big power play here. I like the Islanders Reebok jerseys. They're not bad. Marner able to keep it in. So the Leafs do win the draw here. And Matthews picks up the loose puck. Sends it to Marner. Marner down low. Florida's... Here comes Marner. Nice move. Marner down low. Try to get it to Matthews. Just away from him. Can't get the one-timer off. Nylander had that one tipped away from Matthews. Matthews gets it back. Marner with the blast stopped. Rebound. Matthews can't bat it out of the air. And now Sturm off the boards and out. And that actually goes into the benches, so it'll be an offensive zone draw here for the Leafs. Really aggressive penalty kill by the Panthers. They come real far out. Nice move by Marner, and his pass just doesn't connect with Matthews. Matthews gets it back to Marner, and a quick shot, and is tipped in front. Doesn't quite get to the Bobrovsky, though. Now, Barkov wins the draw. He'll send it around, and Panthers get that one out. A minute 10 left to go. Reinhardt's real far. Now, this Florida power play is aggressive, or penalty kill is aggressive. Nylander sends it across to Nyes, who gets in, but Jones able to take the puck off him and sends it down. Now 50 seconds left. Second unit is coming out here. As Marner will hold on and send it off, make a change. Second unit, let's see if they can get anything done. Domi will get it in. They're all on the forecheck here, but Forsling able to get it along the boards. Puck kept in. Pacioretty to Domi. Domi back to the point. Riley with a shot. Scores! Pacioretty! Tip in front! And the Leafs tie the game on the power play. First unit can't get it done. Second unit does. And Patches another huge goal. Ha ha! Let's go. So Leafs just dump it in here. Good forecheck both by Domi and McMahon, but it's held at the line here by Riley. Pacioretty able to get it to Domi. Domi just sends it to the point, and Pacioretty goes to the front real quick. Nice tip. Forsling doesn't go with him. And yeah, it's McMahon and Pacioretty. What a slick tip. Patches. Wow. Max Pacioretty, I'm sorry. Yeah, no kidding. Holy. Good shit, Patches. Good shit. Patches' second goal of the playoffs. Riley and Domi with the assists. Number 67. Here's Tkachuk shooting, and that's blocked as Carlo knocked down Bennett. That probably could have been interference, but refs decide not to call that one. Maybe, I think if the refs call that one right there, specifically because it's on Bennett, yeah, I don't think they might have to get some backup coming out of the arena. But Bennett turns it over. Here's Verhaeghe. Shot! Saved there. Puck comes in front, and it's now into the corner. Marner just trying to kill the time. There's a minute left. Matthews gets it to Marner. Now Marner sends it up ahead, just out of the reach of both Matthews and McCabe. Matthews can't jump on that loose puck. Verhaeghe will send it back in. 42 seconds left to go in the first period. Don't give one up late. Come on, guys. Don't give one up late. Matthews takes the puck away from Barkov. McCabe off the boards does get it out. Is that going to be enough for icing? They don't say icing. Thank God. That's huge that it's not icing. Mikkola turned it over to Tavares, and Tavares had that poke off his stick. Close. Benoit will play it in. Mikkola sent that puck into the benches. Again, puck's been in the benches a lot tonight already. God, yeah, it's just a good forecheck by the Leafs. And Pacioretty, I don't know what Forsling does. Forsling is just late to cover Pacioretty. I don't know why he was so slow to get to the front of the net. Forsling, I feel like, is usually a real good defender. He just, I don't know, lost Pacioretty for a moment, even though he was right with him. He stayed in the corner for whatever reason. Maybe he was expecting the puck to come back down to Domi. Not quite too sure. Either way, thank you, Forsling. Allows Pacioretty to go to the front uncontested and get an easy, well, it's not an easy tip, but a tip in front, uncontested. Like the wild white jersey from 2013 and 2017. It's all right, not bad. So 14 seconds left to go here in the first. Let's see if the ref will actually drop the puck here. They finally do. Panthers win it and play it back to center. Lindell. And Marchand takes a big hit from Pacioretty. Ooh, and Luosterainen tried to take a little run at Tavares, and now, of course, pushing and shoving after the whistle. As you'll usually see, it's actually Marchand not in the middle of it. Oh, just kidding. Marchand gets a little bit of Lawton as he's coming off of the bench. I spoke a little bit too soon, but that's a big late goal for the Leafs. After Leafs had the first two power plays, couldn't get anything done. Panthers score quickly on theirs, like almost immediately. But the Leafs are able to get a third power play thanks to Kulikov, who just sends it over the boards, or over the glass, I should say. Fucking crowd. And Pacioretty makes it so it's not too desperate of a first period for the Leafs. Not quite the first period that they had in Game 1. Yes, make sure to hit the like button, everybody. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to talk a little bit about Utah and Utah's new jerseys. I did upload a video about this already, but we'll talk about them. Why not? Let's talk about them. So let me pull up. We'll pull up that one. We'll pull up. Let's see, what other tweet can we pull up? We'll pull up these ones. We'll pull up these guys, and pull up sports logos as well. News. And I think it was, is it Grigorinsky? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, let's take a look. Keys to take away from the first is I hate Marchand and don't take penalties. Get in front of the net, yep, pretty much. You think both James and Trevor are going to go to the island? Okay, let's pull up Utah. Why is this not coming up? Hello? Oh, that's why. So I was looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. So let's first, what order do I want to do it in? We'll do this one here. I almost hit stop streaming. That would have been unfortunate. Wouldn't meant to hit that. So here are. Well, I guess we'll open up the article and actually take a better look at that. I want a full image. That's a terrible image. Oh God, give me a second. Let's try to get a better image of it and just 10 times the lower resolution. Come on. You know what? I know where to get a high resolution. Let's go here. And here, and there we go. Ah, it's not really that much higher resolution. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So, these are the Utah Mammoths new jerseys. Don't mind the name. It's just the jerseys and the logos. Yeah. Yeah, so like I talked about in the video, the name itself I think is fine. It wasn't my favorite coming out of the initial, you know, like the 20 that they had when they first, like, were taking a look at what name they wanted to use, which one they weren't really quite too sure. I was hoping for, like, Swarm was actually my number one. I really wanted the Swarm because I thought, you know, you could have the team name being the Swarm and have the Hive as, like, the actual arena name or, like, a nickname for the arena. I thought that would be really fun, really cool. I thought you could have some interesting designs with, like, a honeycomb design. But obviously, you know, I don't even really think that was too much of something that they wanted to do. Not crazy about the Ute logo with the tusk through it, which they added purple or some other color, like the logo a lot, though. Yeah, we can take a look at the that one you're talking about. So this guy right here, this one, legitimately, I can see why maybe it's like a little awkward, but I kind of like it. Doesn't really matter though, because they're not using it except for on the pants. So yeah, you can see that they're using it right there on the pants. It's pretty much the only time that they're using it, at least so far. You know, maybe they'll use it in future stuff, but not really using it too much in terms of their uniform. I wouldn't have mind this on the actual U right there. I think that would have been okay. But yeah, in terms of the name, it's okay. I think I probably would have preferred Outlaws as well. The reason I could say why people maybe wouldn't like Outlaws a whole lot is that one out of all of them, I would say feels like more amateurish. Outlaws, I feel like, is just a very common sports team name, or at least it feels a lot more common. So I can understand why people wouldn't really want to do that one a whole lot. Mammoth was the best out of the three, in my opinion. And, I preferred it over the Yeti. I know some people really wanted the Yeti. I wasn't always... I thought it was fine, but I wasn't super big on it. True, kept it minimal with use, probably just for hats and stuff. Yeah, I would actually probably want a hat with that on it. I think the hat with the U on it would be kind of cool. I would actually like that. But yeah, my biggest issue is the logo. I think it does feel a little, what did you say, Leafs fan? EA Sports. It does. To me, it still feels like a mock-up logo. That's the way that I feel. I don't know, like, it's almost there for me, but it just doesn't quite get over the line, in my opinion. It's real close. And I mean, like, I like the mountain range up top. I like the little Utah states on that left ear, which you can see a little bit better. Where is it? They had it somewhere. Let's go to Utah's page here, where they at least outline it to make it a little bit more obvious. Yeah, right here. So they make it a little bit more obvious right there. That's cool. Don't mind that. They have tusks. Yeah, their rally cry, their kind of hashtag is tusks up, which is okay. I mean, it's kind of funny that not to make it political, but obviously in Canada we had the elbows up campaign basically over the past little while, so it's kind of, I don't know, reminds me a lot of that. Hope they change the color in the future. I was hoping for some purple. Yeah, a purple. I know purple was the big thing that people really wanted. I don't know. Like, to me, I don't know if purple. Like, I want purple. I want more purple in the NHL for sure. I think purple is a nice color and looks good on jerseys. The Kings, using purple, it's what I want so bad. I think there maybe could be a way that purple would work, but honestly, I don't know if purple would. I would have been interested to see brown with the Mammoth. I would like to see that, but maybe also that wouldn't work. I do think, like I said in the video, I feel like they had this color scheme in mind when they wanted to use Yeti, and then they just didn't change it. They just decided not to go off of it, and to me, that's confusing. Like, I don't know, like maybe they didn't. Maybe they just wanted to use this color scheme, or maybe they felt like the fans connected well with the colors, which, I mean, I remember the article coming out when they first released their jerseys. They kind of interviewed, trying to remember who they interviewed. I can't quite remember at the moment, but they interviewed someone high up in Utah management. And, he was saying that the fans had connected to the jerseys and connected to the identity. But to me, it's just like, I don't know. People wanted the merchandise of their team. They hadn't had any yet. So, of course, they're going to buy a lot of it because it's new. It's the only things that they can buy. And if they want to support the team, they're going to go with that. I don't know if it was really particularly because they liked it a whole lot. Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm not in Utah, so maybe fans really did like it that much. To me, though, it felt very temporary as a brand, and the fact that they are basically continuing with that, obviously with just a new logo, I just don't love it. I wish I liked it a lot more than I did. I really do. Because like the past two teams who have come into the NHL, I thought they did a phenomenal job with their branding. I really like the Golden Knights and what they did. I really like Seattle and what they've done. I thought both teams have basically knocked it out of the park. With Vegas, I only dislike their basically Winter Classic jersey. That's kind of the only one that I don't really like, and I still don't mind that one. And with Seattle, I don't really hate any of their jerseys so far. So for it to come out with this, the EA Sports logo, it just feels... It's weird to say because it's been like a year and a half, but the logo feels rushed. And like maybe that's because it kind of is. Like maybe it's because they did have to swap to using Mammoth so suddenly and so closely to the end. It was only a few months ago when they realized they couldn't use Yeti anymore and they had to switch to a new team name. So maybe it is a little rushed. I would assume though, some of the shoulder patches and stuff aren't. At least these shoulder patches, these two right here, I would assume those aren't, but I do feel like it's like looking at these here. It does look better, I'll say. Like actually seeing the jersey itself, they always do. That's always the case. But it's still, I don't know. Still not amazing. The text is a little weird. The text is too... I don't know if I love the font. To be completely honest, it feels too bold. It's too fat. And I don't want to be a hater. I feel like I'm just like trashing on it, and I don't like to do that. Yeti works with these colors. Mammoth really not so much. But yeah, like I don't know. It's a little disappointing for sure. When I saw the logo was released, I was like, wasn't this a concept logo? And they actually used it. Yeah, it is slightly different. Let's go to sports logos here. So yeah, this was the concept logo. This is, where's the actual one that we can pull up? Yeah, so it's kind of a combination between this Wasatch Hockey Club logo, whatever you want to call it, and this guy right here, and the Mammoth logo. It's kind of a combination between those two. Slightly adjusted. It's a lot more, angry. It has the charging forward, which they've highlighted there, of course. So it's a little different, but yeah, it does still feel very concept-y. Hey Rick, how's it going? Canada's pretty good. How are you? It just doesn't quite feel all there for me. You like the Utah Mammoth logo? That's good. I'm glad that you like it. I wish I did. I really do. But I don't know. It feels like it's like a step there. It looks better than the, kind of concepts, the whatever you want to call it, the temporary placement logos. But it's still just like, it's like they had those, pre-made logos just to kind of show an idea of what it would go with. Then they have their next step of like this guy right here, and they go, okay, that does look a little bit better. But they just didn't quite have that third round of, kind of finishing touches to bring the logo to the next level. It's kind of how it feels to me. It still kind of feels like they're in the development stages for the logo. And like, I think a lot of people, including myself, were hoping purple because Utah, the Utah Jazz has purple. And like I said, I like purple on my jerseys. I still don't know if I would have liked purple myself. I still feel like maybe purple wouldn't work super well. Maybe once I see it, maybe I'll change my mind a bit. But Yeah, I wish I liked it more, but like I've seen some people say, well, maybe they'll do more in the future. My problem is like this was supposed to be the future though. This was, you know, this is them supposed to be establishing their brand. The full reason for them not having a team name this year was so they could take the time to make a proper branding, package with full team logos and full uniforms and stuff like that. And I feel like it's just a little squandered. If this is something, if they came out with this after immediately switching from the Coyotes, I feel like I would be fairly happy because I would be like, okay, this is, they're on really short notice here. They did not have a lot of time to turn this around. So I feel like I would be like, okay, this is not bad for, I think they had like a 6 or an 8 month time frame to turn it around from when the Coyotes announced that they were moving to the start of the current season here. The only thing changes the jersey, probably added more colors, purple on with black and blue, yeah, baby copper. We have to remember teams can change logos. Hopefully they come up with something. Yeah, but I like they can. But the thing is, it's like this was supposed to be their future brand. Is my problem is that they took a year and a half, so they wouldn't make, I don't want to call this a mistake because obviously this is intentional. But I'm going to call it a mistake because it's in my eyes it is. But they had a year and a half to not make a mistake like this. So I think that's why I'm so down on it. And I'm so, I don't want to say angry. I'm not angry with it, but disappointed with it. It's just, I felt like they had so much time to get something to work. And it just, they I don't know, either didn't take enough time. Like, I get that they probably didn't want to wait a whole nother season. That would be way too much. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's not great in my opinion. It's possible, but yeah, I don't know. Just out of the gate, I'm not a fan. That's what it is, unfortunately. I wish that I liked it more than I did. Actually, I haven't seen the comments on that video yet. I wonder if people are upset or not. I haven't seen it. I've seen back and forth. Like, some people do really like it, some people don't. I think name is gate, colors, logo. Yeah. Yeti, yeti. You're crazy. Do anything but a failure. I mean, it's a little back and forth. Little back and forth, I think. Which is fair. So, I mean, that is kind of what I was seeing in terms of online as well. When I first saw the reactions online, I saw a lot of people liking it. But the more that I've seen, the more pushback I've seen with it. So, yeah, not quite too sure. 2007 Kings, a minor affiliate with the Manchester Monarchs and Reading Royals. That is true. I feel like they still have those affiliates, if I'm not mistaken. Especially when I saw the away jersey, basically wasn't touched. I know changed a little bit, but it really wasn't. Yeah, it's very, very minimal changes to that away jersey. I mean, there's the little bit on the collar. There's the there is the italicized name, which is a little bit different. And then, of course, the addition of the Mammoth logo on the shoulders. So stats after 20. Slot shots, Leafs have 5. Panthers 3. Slot driving plays, Leafs with 10. Panthers with 8. High scoring chances, Leafs with 3-0. Are you going to end up buying one of the jerseys? Not quite too sure. To be honest, I was actually thinking about buying an authentic pro of the home jersey from this season, because uh, I do have the inaugural game patches, and they only had that on their home. So I should probably get a home jersey, but I don't have one. So I don't think I'll get one of those jerseys. Not right away, at least. I won't do what I did with puck comes in front. Here's Marchand to the net. Scores. Early into the second, Marchand puts the Panthers up by 1 again. So it's a 1 draw by the Panthers, and they just get it into the zone. Goes on Wool, and Riley, he gets forechecked. It's a good stick there by Luostarinen. He gets it down low, and Riley loses Marchand on the boards. He cuts to the front, and he's able to go backhand forehand. So it's the check of Marchand that separates him from Riley. Wow. That is real annoying. Dude, why did the Bruins have to fucking trade Marchand? God, I hate them so much. Especially to the Panthers. What the hell were they doing, man? God, the Bruins suck. Longer in. Here's Matthews! Oh, through the leg shot. Stopped by Bobrovsky. At least do it. Enter the zone quickly. It's another rush by McCabe, and it's a through the legs shot by Matthews saves. How do we start a period like this? Well, the Panthers started a period like it last game, so you can. Ratshand. God, I hate him so much. I hate him so much, man. Like just literally any other team. Here's Bennett comes in, sends it across. Kulikov stopped by Wool. Now Benoit with a little rush. He'll just play it in. Man, that's so annoying. Puck comes back in. Here's a shot stop by Wool. Bounces to Nylander. Now Nylander with a little rush. He tried to get it across. It stopped up, and now Carlo sent it across to Holmberg, who that one bounces off his stick into the Leafs bench. I mean, the Leafs got an opportunity real quick after, but that's just such a bad start for the Leafs. Carlo dumps it in. McMahon can't stop that puck. Slowed it down, but not enough to hold on. Riley actually plays it down into his own zone. Didn't want to send it across to Carlo as he was getting pressured there by a Panther player. Probably the smart play, honestly. But doesn't look great because now Leafs are in their own end. Holmberg does chip it to Carlo. Leafs are out. McMahon trying to chip it up ahead, but he gets checked by Jones. Jones with the puck. He'll stop up, get it to Boqvist. Tanev able to get a check on him. And now the Leafs will stop up behind their own net and make a couple of changes. Long pass up ahead. Yarncroke tips it in. Now he goes after it. Lorentz actually on it first here. He takes a hit. Lawton trying to follow up as Lorentz is on the ice. A puck poke free. Now here's the Rat Marchand trying to jump on that. Leafs able to poke up right back in. And Yarncroke blows a tire in the offensive zone. OEL battling with Luosterainen. Lorentz, he gets checked by Lindell. Puck is turned over. Sent back in, just out of the reach of Luosterainen. Forsling, down low. Here's Lindell, coming back out high. Forsling, shot, and that stopped. Rebound, and it's gloved down by Ekblad. He pushes Woll into the net. It's called for a hand pass. So, play called, but Ekblad was pushed in front. And yeah, here's Lorentz. He gets just checked hard by Lindell, and that puck turned over, which leads to the shot, and Woll makes the save, and Ekblad, yeah, makes a little bit of a contact with Woll after trying to knock the puck down. It's one of those accidentally on purpose that the Panthers do so well. Ekblad dumping it in, Woll out to play it. Gets it off the glass, and it's knocked down by Barkov, but Matthews able to turn the puck over and saved there by Woll. Jesus. Matthews took the puck away and then turned it right over. Now Nye's trying to play it out. He does just get it to the blue line, and Matthews gets it right back for Nyes. That one taken off his stick. Forsling up ahead. Barkov. Here's Ekblad with a shot, save, rebound. Gathered up by OEL. Tavares tried to jump it up ahead, and that just out of the reach of a Leaf player who dove. That was Marner who was diving for it, and he missed it. Leafs making a change as here's a forecheck by the Panthers, and that one, nice deflection. Now here comes the Leafs. It's Pacioretty again. Pacioretty in to Nylander. Scores! Patches to Nylander, and Willie with the sully. Holy, Pacioretty's on fire, dude. This actually starts in the defensive zone. I don't remember who was the defenseman, but they got a stick on the pass. So it's a turnover there by Benoit. Knocked down by Tkachuk, and a great stick by OEL. Just tips it away. The Panthers would have had a wide open opportunity, but now it's Patches the other way to Nylander, who just chips it over the glove of Bobrovsky. I don't know how Willie gets it from his skate to his stick, but he does, and just chips it over Bob. William Nylander, 5 goals and 7 points in the last 3 games. He's hot as well. And the Leafs get it right back. Pacioretty with 2 points again. Big stick William. Yes, sir. Samaskevich back in, though. Leafs got to be careful here. Don't allow one real quick back. Ooh, Carlo knocks down his man. No call. Kulikov comes away with the puck. It's poked free. Now here comes Domi. Domi trying to work away around his man. He gets hooked up. No call. No, Sturm able to dump it in. Let's go, Willie. I just want to talk about no more chasing the game. Yeah, Leafs got to get on their horse now. Lawton. Oh, Lawton tried to make a move. He decided to go a little fancy there, trying to work his way around Jones. Ended up getting stopped up, though. In 2017, Golden Knights minor affiliate. Oh, wait. Hold on. Here's a shot. Loose running. I don't know where that puck went. I think Woll made the save and it went to the corner. That one's just tipped out. Minor affiliate with Sentiano Rampage. What's Sidley Mullards? I haven't heard of the Rampage before. Interesting. Oh, and now here's a chance. Shot there! Save, as Nyes had the opportunity. Now Nyes sends it back to the point. Just kept in. Matthews trying to knock the puck down. Now he'll play it around. He gets knocked down by Forsling there. And the Panthers do get it out. It's an icing call, though. Alright, do not kill me, but can Lindell and Marchand connect? Dude, fuck you, Nick. I am gonna kill you, man. Why do you keep picking these fuckers to get points? You really want Marchand to get 2 points? You want Marchand to get 2. You suck. Because they print, fuck you. Come on. This game does fuck, though. No. You know what? I can't. Well, not right now. I can't. I can't allow them to get anything right now. But especially not Marchand. Especially not him. Only and if only the Leafs built a nice lead. They built a nice lead last game and almost fucked it up. Oh, Kachuk with a shot on goal. Left pad save. Matthews had his stick knocked out of his hands. No call. They're not going to call anything on the Panthers now. The Panthers are going to be able to get away with murder. Penalties are 3-1 in favor of the Leafs. There's a shot by Verhaeghe. It's slowed down. And Kachuk right there in the slot. In front of the net. In front of Wool. Up ahead, here's Marner and Matthews. Marner tried to get it back to Matthews just out of his reach. Matthews was trying to get a reverse hit there on Jones. Patch ready to Nylander. Carlo to the net shot. And Bobrovsky able to just close the 5-hole. Keep that condition 1. So Nylander able to get it back for the Leafs. Tie game once again. God. Dude, Patch ready. Like, what the fuck, man? Pacioretty's playing like he did before he got injured. Like, before... I mean, honestly, Pacioretty was playing like he did when he was playing on this line earlier in the season. Honestly, I have to give props to Craig Berube. Because, you know, for a while there, Pacioretty didn't look that great. That was why he wasn't in the lineup. You know, after obviously being injured. And even after a not very good game, 5 out of him, he throws him up on the top line. Well, not the top line. Kind of feels almost like the top line, though, considering how much Willie has scored. But he throws him up on the second line with Tavares and Nylander, like he was, earlier on in the season, and it's working. He is fucking nuts right now. The year Nylander was drafted, at least we're looking to drafting Nick Ritchie. Yeah. Yeah, no, well, isn't that, who was it that we were, like, I forget who said that we should trade Nylander for Ritchie up front. Like, just straight up Nylander for Ritchie. I forget who it was, but it's just, like, some hilarious, I don't know. I forget who it was. It's, like, just ridiculous. No way. And that was when Nylander was still good. Like, he wasn't at this level. He wasn't quite here. But it was, like, back in, like, 2019, I think, that he said that they should trade Nylander for Ritchie. Last 10 playoff games, 9 goals, 16 points for 20, and a 26% shooting percentage. Yeah, it would have been awful. Nylander has goals in 4 consecutive postseason games against Florida. And now he's on the forecheck here against Forsling. Pacioretty helping him out, but they do end up coming away with it. Carlo flips it back up. Tavares tried to get it to Nylander. It's in his skates. He does manage to get it out. Now, Panthers gather it up and they'll play it in. Uh-oh, watch out. Here's Lindell across. Ekblad coming in deep. Shot. It's stopped in front. It's still loose there. There's a pileup, and they blow the whistle finally. I think the puck may have still been loose. But Ekblad straight down the middle. So many bodies in front. I don't even know if it actually made it to Woll. And Nylander chirping with Marchand there. So yeah, here's the play. It's just Lindell on the far side. There's so much time and space. And Ekblad just walks through the front. I think it's Carlo that actually blocks the shot. I don't think it does get to Woll, and Woll is far out at the top of his crease. Jeez. So a close one there. Bennett against Lawton. Bennett does win it. Here's Mikkola down for Bennett. Is Lawton checking him? Bennett comes to the front and he swings it through the crease. just wide. Now that goes off of Holmberg's stick and out of play. Or that was Yarncroke's stick, sorry. The Canucks were 2 spots ahead of the Leafs in the draft, and they took Jake Virtanen over Nylander. Ooh. Yeah, that's just an overall bad one. Both the player and the person, just a bad pick. And actually, Wool does get a piece of that Bennett shot through the crease. Didn't realize that actually got on goal. That shot just goes off the side of the net. Now Bennett behind in front! And Yarncroke is the one that gets it and flips it back out to center. Jesus, man. That's a couple of times that Bennett's been able to walk basically almost in front. And now it's chipped out, and Yarncroke just can't jump onto that. Oh, Lawton, careful. They do blow the whistle. Is this a penalty? Oh, and Schmidt going at, I think, Lawton. Yeah, Lawton's down on the ice. Schmidt's on top of him. Tkachuk trying to get a piece of him as well. It was not, I'm going to be honest, not a great hit from Lawton. The question is, I don't know if it's a penalty or not. I didn't see the ref in the corner here with his hand up, but it's possible the ref on the far side, on the other side of the ice, not in view of the camera, called it. Lawton is going to the box, but he also, had his gloves off. So here's the hit by Lawton. It's just numbers all the way. Yeah, as Rodriguez gets crunched into the boards, face right into the glass. It's... So refs are talking about it here. I would assume that Schmidt probably gets a penalty as well as Lawton, maybe both for roughing or fighting, whatever they want to call it. The question is, Lawton going to get another one? That's the question. There wasn't an initial call as far as I see, and now they're talking to Matthews and Barkov. And each captain has a conversation with the other ref. Both refs are having their own individual discussion, so let's take a look. 2 minutes for roughing in Florida. Wow. Rodriguez gets 2 for embellishment? Wow. I am shocked. Like, positively. I don't know how Rodriguez gets embellishment. His face goes right into the glass. And then Lawton and Schmidt go right after each other. Lawton actually drops the gloves first. So it's going to be 5-on-5. Leafs get away with one there. I think the Leafs get away with one pretty badly. I think the worst draft pick the Leafs ever made was Tyler Biggs, considering he didn't play a single game and he was a first-round pick. Yeah, it's a tough one. In 2006, Stars, it was my field affiliate with the Iowa Stars. Yeah, I had one of their jerseys for a while in the Idaho Steelheads. Still gonna be 5-on-5. Yeah. Yeah, I'm shocked. I am surprised. Like, the only thing that I can think of is they decided to give Rodriguez an embellishment because they wanted it to be 5-on-5. Lawton gets 4 for roughing. And so Leafs win the draw. That will be played out. Nice. Like, to me, right there, I thought that was going to be an easy power play for the Panthers. One, because I think the Panthers, like, realistically probably deserved a power play there. But also, just in general, like, you'd think that the refs are looking to even up the power plays. It's 3-1 in favor of the Leafs right now, but I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. I wouldn't be happy if I was a Panthers fan, but I'm happy with it right now. Here's Verhaeghe. Comes into the zone. Now it's fed down low. Just missed everyone. Now Barkov, near side here. Sends it to Tkachuk. He tries to reverse it to the point. It's held by Jones. Jones trying to make a move on Holmberg. And Holmberg knocks him down. Big hit by Holmberg. Now McMahon trying to work it the other way. It's a 3-on-2. McMahon chips it to the front. And man, OEL was not quite there. I don't know what that was from McMahon. He had Holmberg behind him. He could have dropped it back to him. But just an area pass was not close. Oh, and now Holmberg knocked down in the slot. No call. Oh, fuck off. Holmberg now is going to take a retaliatory penalty. And that is going to get the Leafs onto the penalty kill. That's a bad play by Holmberg. I mean, I get why he's pissed. So there's Domi battling with Barkov there. And OEL and Verhaeghe going at it. Yeah, Domi is really going at Wow, I'm shocked Domi doesn't get a penalty. That's crazy. He holds up Barkov for a long time. And then here's Holmberg and Jones. And Holmberg knocks down Jones hard. And now there's the hit that Holmberg doesn't like. And yeah, I don't know how that's not a penalty. That's why he goes... So it's Jones cutting across the middle. He accidentally on purpose, once again, as the Panthers are so good at. And Holmberg is going to take an interference call. As it's the retaliatory penalty that you hear so much about. So now this is a really important face-off. Leafs do manage to get it out right away. A really important penalty kill. These refs are brutal. I mean, I feel like it's difficult to complain with that Lawton hit. That Lawton hit should have been a penalty. So, I mean, maybe, like, you give it a bit with that one where, I don't know. Panthers in the zone, come away with the puck. Here's Tkachuk with it. Sends it down to Barkov. Tkachuk tried to send it to Verhaeghe on the near side and missed him. Played out. Leafs are 15 for 19 on the penalty kill. Marner able to poke it away. Matthews, can he jump on it? And he does come away with it, but he doesn't have a ton of speed, and he gets caught up to Barkov. Matthews will play it all the way back down into the Leafs zone. Wool out to play it. Oh, and that's stolen away by Tkachuk. Tkachuk lost his stick, though, and he got it. And now here comes the Panthers. Panthers back to Tkachuk. Reinhart to the center. It's Bennett back to Tkachuk. I don't know why I said Bennett like that. Bennett now with it in the high slot. Over across. There's a shot. Gets deflected. Jones just holds the zone. Now it's in behind the net. Here's Tkachuk with it. Tkachuk to the front. Comes back for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe to Jones. Jones. Bennett with a blast save there by Wool. Now Benoit chopping at it. Can't get it out. It's kept in. Verhaeghe. That one deflects by Nyes to the far side. Yarncrow battling with Bennett. No call. Jones to Reinhart. He holds. Goes back to the point. A nice stick there by Nyes. That pass across. He's able to knock it down. Just play back on Bobrovsky. Oh, man. Nyes trying to jump on that. See if he can get off. He should be able to get off as Marner on the good forecheck. Leafs end up killing that one. Big kill for the Leafs. That's a hell of a kill. Now the Panthers back in. Marner turns the puck over. Bennett on it. In. Shot. Goes off of a body into the corner. Holmberg back on the ice. He sent it to Matthews. Matthews to Carlo. Carlo with a lot of time. And I think there's some shenanigans going in behind the play. I hear the fans reacting to it. Now Luostarinen trying to work his way back in. Luostarinen to Marchand. Big kick save by Wool. And that comes to Holmberg. Holmberg to Nylander. Nylander. Shot. Save. Rebound. Holmberg's held down. No call on the play. Holmberg is yelling at the ref. Furious. And he should be. That is two plays that Holmberg gets knocked down and no call. This time he thinks better than to take a penalty, a retaliatory penalty. Patch ready, a big hit there on Ekblad. Panthers come back the other way. Storm caught up by Tavares. Ref you sucks loud in the building right now. Tanev fans on that puck, and second opportunity does get it out. It's going to be icing. Holy smokes, this game. Yeah, Berube is talking to Holmberg there, like, settle down. So here's Holmberg. Yeah, that, like, I don't know how that's not a penalty. And so he goes right back. I don't even think he goes back at Jones. He goes back at Verhaeghe, and that's what draws the call. And then Marchand, good left pad save by Wool. Nylander coming the other way, takes the shot. It goes off the glove of Bobrovsky, and as that was happening, Holmberg hooked down, no call. What are your thoughts on the Utah name? Utah Mammoth. I really wanted to Outlaws, but say the name is better than Hockey Club. Dumb name. Reminds me of MLS, Major League Soccer. Yeah, I did make a video about it, and I did actually also talk about it during the first intermission. So if you want to go back, you can hear my longer thoughts of it. But don't mind the Mammoth name. I think the logo's okay. I really dislike the uniform, is kind of my short answer. But yeah, I have the video in the first intermission discussion if you want to see my longer take of it. Don't want to say too much right now because I want to make sure that I'm following the game. There was a lot of shenanigans. This game is crazy. Fans have been really loud. They have been loud. Usually I can't hear too much. Oh, here comes... Oh, Rodriguez, as Tanev falls. Rodriguez heading to the front, and that's sent wide by Tkachuk. As Tanev lost an edge. Schmidt with the shot goes off of a body and wide. Rodriguez up against the boards. Riley, Lorentz trying to help him out. Comes to the far side. McMahon has to try and jump on that. Jones pinching. Here's Bennett with a shot. Stopped. Rebound. Poked away. Lorentz just get it out. And he's able to get it out. Lead pass for Doby. Doby on a breakaway. Doby in. Tried to get it across. Schmidt came back and able to get it. Stop him from getting to the front. That's a good back check by Schmidt. Now Lindell on the near side. He gets it to Marchand. Marchand trying to find his man. Leafs able to stop that puck. And they're able to get it out. Yarncroke gets hit, but he's able to make the play, get the puck back. That pass here is Lawton with the shot wide, and he almost got his own rebound. Bobrovsky had to poke that puck away, or it was coming right back to Lawton. Now Benoit in. Comes to the near side for Lindell. Leafs were making a change. Wool out to play it. Ooh, he almost gave it away to Boqvist. Good job by Benoit there. Matthews hit hard by Luostarinen. Barkov had that taken away by Matthews. Wool stops it there for OEL, who plays it up the sideboards. Ooh, is Knies going to get a penalty there? Doesn't sound like it. Fans weren't reacting to it, so I would say no. And now it's played up. Here's OEL. He'll flip it in. Knies going after it on Jones. Nice forecheck there. Able to come away with the puck. He'll send it to the near side. Riley. Got it down back low, and Mikkola able to get it away from Knies. So Barkov will carry it away with it. Now it's fed up for Mikkola. Mikkola kicks it to his stick, but taken away by Riley. Riley takes a hit, but makes the pass up ahead for Tavares. Tavares in to the net and stopped. He only got a one-hand stick on it. And Pacioretty and Tavares both fall behind the net. Now the Panthers are coming the other way. It's a 4-on-3. Here's Boqvist. Stops up in the corner. Tries to look for reinforcements. Here's Forsling with a shot blocked by Tanev. Forsling back on it again. Shoots. Save. And Wool will hold on. Holy, this period, man. This has been awesome. Bennett with the shot tip in front by Tkachuk. Good save by Wool. Tavares trying to drive the front. Ekblad stopping him from getting there, but just a one-hand pad save. Holy. This is fun, isn't it? This is fun. Ugh. The jerseys, I will say, the logo of the Mammoth is nice on the black jersey. Logo should have been on the white away as well. Stupid the Utah word mark. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the word mark on the away staying. I don't like that a whole lot. Yeah, it's not. I'm not super happy with it. I will say my thumbnail for today's video was a little bit of a dramatic one, but you know, sometimes you gotta do that. I wouldn't really say it's a failure, but I definitely don't like it a whole lot. That's for sure. ECHL making OT Sports jerseys from 1999 to 2004. Oof. When is because there is another game tonight, right? It's at 7:30. Stars and Jets. They are playing game 1 today. Ooh. You know, it's like maybe one of the few times that I'm like almost okay with a commercial break just because of how intense that was. I need to calm down a little bit. We're right back into it here. So Rodriguez, sorry, he is back out there after taking the hit. I'm still surprised they called that an embellishment. I want to double check and make sure that they did actually call. Yeah, they called that embellishment on him. It's crazy to me. So 3:14 here left to go in the second period. Goals are 2-2. Shot 17-11 in favor of the Panthers. Spennon out there taking the draw against Domi. And that's won by the Panthers. Tkachuk sends it around to the far side. Point. Kulikov just floats it on goal. Tkachuk tipped it wide. Now trying to bank it off of Wool. It hit the mask of him. Uh-oh. And Lawton does get it ahead. Here's Lorenz to Yarkrook. Score! No, Domi. Sorry, it was Domi on the line. Domi gets the goal. That's a terrible call for me, but whatever. We got the goal. I was so used to Yarkrook being out there, and I saw part of the one. I don't care. We scored. Yeah. What a play. Let's take a look at this again. So it's Tkachuk. He was trying to bounce it. Goes off the mask of Wool. Riley ties up Rodriguez in front, and now Leafs come the other way. Lawton able to get it to Riley, who gets it to Lorenz, speeding, and just gets it across. Lorenz, he kind of has a breakaway, and he feeds it to Domi. Most times, maybe not the smartest play. Of that time, it was. And Domi, his second goal of the playoffs, puts the Leafs up. First lead of the game. And that's an interesting lineup because, you know, like, why is Domi out there instead of Yarncroke? Yarncroke's on the bench. Hey, we take those. Maybe, I mean, I guess they wanted Domi out there for the defensive zone draw. I guess they trust Domi a little bit more than Lawton on the draw in the defensive end, I guess. Now, Panthers are trying to get it right back here. It's this Marchand line out there again. Leafs trying to send it the other way. Ooh, and yeah, Nylander waited a little bit too long on that. It's going to be offside. Now I didn't even realize they didn't call that offside, which makes sense. The Leafs didn't touch it. Ooh, sent out in front. And man, that almost was taken away by the Panthers. They keep it in the zone here, though. Now Tanev and McCabe. McCabe circles it. Tavares wasn't quite there yet. Forsling across. Panthers were changing. Barkov in. And he gets checked. Nye is trying to chip it along the boards here. It's kept in, though. And now here's Tanev with it. Going around the other side. It goes off the boards and it is going to be out. That is an icing call against the Leafs. That was... I feel like the Leafs thought maybe... At least I thought it was offside, and that kind of made it into just a little bit of a mess in the Leafs' own zone. Tavares is out there or has been out there for a while. Matthews will take the draw, though. I think Tanev and McCabe have been out there for a while. But Matthews and Nyes, I feel like, are still fairly fresh. He goes up against Bennett. Matthews does win the draw. Tanev will take the puck, sends it up to Tavares. He tips it up ahead. And now Tavares is the first man on the puck, even though he's been out there for the longest. Bobrovsky plays it away from him. Matthews jumps on that one. Tavares along the boards. He needs to get off, though. And he's just kept along the boards by Jones. Puck kept in there. Tipped in front. Matthews. Oh, and it just played wide. Matthews trying to play it in front. As Bobrovsky is swimming in the crease, he gets knocked down and I think was tripped up by Tavares. Now Matthews trying to jump back on that puck. He's waiting for Tavares to get on side. And now he's played into the far side. Nyes on the forecheck here against Jones. Jones sends it across. Carlo keeps it in. 50 seconds left to go here in this period. Holmberg missed that puck. Leafs keep it in. Carlo. His shot. Stopped. Rebound. And Panthers will clear it. Carlo just can't keep the zone. And Bobrovsky, I don't know if he didn't realize. Oh, and Holmberg, he's taken down by Jones. Once again, no call. And he was like choked down there. I mean, Panthers are just getting away with murdering Holmberg. Holmberg should have like 4 penalties, or he should have drawn like 4 penalties, and he hasn't drawn a single one. Benoit in his own zone. He gets it back to Ekman Larsson. Sent up ahead. Yarncroke just trying to play it into the zone, and that will do it for the second period. The Leafs, and Ekblad going at Lawton here. After the whistle, of course. That was, I think, maybe just the most intense period of the season. Matthews had that tip, and he didn't really quite get it well. And now Bobrovsky was swimming as he had collided with Tavares. Carlo with the shot, and just gets a little bit of the pad. There's Bobrovsky. But the Leafs, they didn't start too hard. Marchand with the goal, like 15 seconds in. But Leafs managed to get one from Nylander, one from Domi, and they're up 3-2 heading into the third. Oh, that's too bad, Rick. Sorry to hear that. Finally got my Lorenz point, baby. Yes, sir. I had a terrible call on that goal, and I'm really upset about it, but whatever. Puck Doku. I don't want to play Puck Doku because I get so embarrassed because I'm so bad at Puck Doku. I feel like I should be a lot better at Puck Doku than I am. Okay, it is an easy one. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. It is an easy one. Okay. So, Puck Doku, for those who don't know what Puck Doku is, it's one of like the grids where you just have to name both things that are in each column. Obviously, this one is easy because it's basically the Leafs 2020, a player from the 2022-2023 playoffs, 24 playoffs, and 25 playoffs. All of that. I'm sorry to hear that, Rick. That's too bad. So, okay. Let's do the Avalanche first. Avalanche 2022 playoffs. Kadri, I think, was still on the team then, because I don't think he was on the Flames until last year. Obviously, the goal isn't to name just any players. To name, it's to get the lowest percentage. Did Campbell didn't play any playoff games for the Oilers. He wasn't good. Okay, let's just do the Leafs first. So obviously, I mean, I have to do Yarncroke. If I can spell his name correctly. I gotta do Yarncroke. I gotta represent my boy. 2%, we take those. I could have done Nick Robertson. Robertson might be a little bit less. He did play for Edmonton in the playoffs because Skinner was bad. Was in the 2022 playoffs though. I did also love Campbell as a Leaf. Yeah, I feel really bad for him because the saddest part about Campbell is that his confidence was so shaky. It just so the fact that it's just I don't know. It's sad. I feel bad for him. I hope he's doing well too. All right, last year's playoffs. Trying to think. So obviously you can do Domi on the back end. Let's see. I mean, you could do. Do I want to do Joseph Woll for this year? For 2022, 2023? He does hold a lot of Leafs. Yeah, but I don't want to do Samsonov. I want to do Jay Wool. Yeah, I could do Samsonov. Well, actually, I don't know if Wool played. No, he would have played. Could do Sam Lafferty. It's true. Could do. Oh my God, who else was? Was Mikheyev gone by 2023? Yeah, he definitely was because he wasn't on that first round. I mean, we could do Ryan O'Reilly or Luke Shen. Edmondson. Was it an Edmondson? Am I high? I am high. Who is that? Didn't we have fucking... What's going on? Why am I thinking... Czar, I could do, yeah. Oh, Edmonton was last year. I'm trying to think of, the players that were on... That was last year, hey? Why am I thinking that was 2 years ago? My memory is so bad. Yeah, that was last year. Maybe we should just end it with Kelly Yarncroke. Was Kadri... See, now I'm trying to think, was Kadri 2 years ago? Or has been on the Flames for longer than that? I feel like he's been on the Flames for longer... Yeah. Well, we'll go Connor Brown here. We gotta go Connor Brown. Damn, I was hoping that maybe he would be higher up. I'm just gonna try Kadri. I don't remember if Kadri was. Yeah, okay, he wasn't. He was gone by then. That's okay. Oilers this year. We'll just do Brock Nelson. Since he didn't get anything. Since he was useless this year for the Avs. We'll do... I wonder if people... I mean, I think most people will remember that Nyes played. But we'll see. I wonder how high Nyes is. Just curious. 3%, okay. And then we'll do... I had someone in mind. We'll do Nick Robertson here. Why not? Did Nick Robertson play last playoffs? I think he played one game, right? Or did he not play at all? That's a good question. Did he not play at all during the playoffs last year? I know he didn't play for a lot of it. I feel like he got into a game. Okay, he did get into a game. Oh, Cappy for the Oilers does work. That's true. Oh, did CC... When did CC join the Oilers? I'm saying we're going with CC here. I don't remember if he was playing at this point. He was, right? Yeah, he was, my boy CC. And then this year we'll go with... I like that I got 1, 2, 3. That's nice. I could go Hyman, obviously. We could go Kane for this year. I'm trying to think of who got out of the lineup when Kane came in. That's my question. I don't want to do like Pickard or Skinner, obviously, because those are easy ones. Last year for the Avalanche. Who is the defenseman that got traded this year from the Avalanche? Well, I guess we could go. With. Dude, why am I forgetting the goalies that the Avalanche traded this year? They traded both goalies for Blackwood, who was, I think, on the Sharks. Who did they trade? God damn. Yeah, but I want to put in Cappy because you already put it in chat. Askarov? Askarov didn't... Was he with the apps? I don't think so. I'm not checking my... not checking anything. I'm just checking the time. I want to make sure that I'm not missing any of the period while I take 20 years on this thing. Because I'm trying to get the lowest score possible. I'm still doing bad. So yeah, I guess it was the 2022 season that Kadri went. Maybe we'll just do for this year. Dude, that's so funny. I literally watched the Oilers game last night. Why can't I think of... I'm trying to think of like their lower defenseman. Yeah, Askarov was traded to the Sharks from the Preds, yeah. Why can't I think of the other defenseman? I'm thinking of like Bouchard and Nurse, but I can't think of fucking anyone else. That's crazy. That's so funny how my brain just shuts down like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna fucking... We'll just do a Vander Kane, because he didn't play for a little bit. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll say... That's crazy that Brock Nilsson's at 7%. I could have done Landeskog here. That wouldn't have been good. Damn, why am I just like... I just can't think of anyone else. I guess we can do Nichushkin, because because he did play for a bit, but then not the full thing. And then could do Casey Middlestad, but I think what was the last one that I could do? Scooby Dooby Doo. Should have done like Kiwi Ranta. Kemper? Yeah, I think Kemper was... We'll try Kemper. Nope. Wasn't. He was gone by then. I'm just gonna say McKinnon. I'm done. we'll just say McKinnon. Nah, let's at least do let's do Rantanen at least. Who is the highest? Fucking Rantanen was the highest one here. God damn it, piece of shit. Fucking goddamn. Brody, Liljegren, McCabe. Wow, McCabe. I'm shocked that he's that low. Kelly, Agliano, and Hunt. Ryan, Carrick, Brown. Wallman, I think, was the name that I was trying to pull. And I couldn't think of fucking Wallman for some reason. Oh, Klingberg. I should have done Klingberg, bro. That's who I should have done. I should have fucking went all Leafs. Can you do all Leafs here? Because, let's see. Dennis Mulligan. Yeah, you can go Dennis Mulligan. This one here, you can do Looking for a Leafs. Leafs. Might not be able to do any Leafs. Not sure. Is there any former Leafs on this year's team? Yeah, I should have done Kiviranta. Damn it. Okay, so you can do Leafs every year except for these two. Not a great score, but whatever. I told you I'm bad at it. That's why I didn't want to do it, because I was embarrassed by it. Let's take a look at yours. Shen, Wool, and Nyes. Nice. Rantanen, Wood, and Nilsson. So we got the same Nilsson. So Campbell did play in that. All right. And Holloway, Picard. All right. Nice. So we both did Rantanen and Nilsson. That's funny. I am going to quickly run and get more drink before the third period starts, so I'll be right back. Yeah, we did get some similar guys. That's fine. Yeah, I like Puck Doku. I'm just I used to when I had a lot more time at work just to sit on my phone and do absolutely nothing. I would like unironically spend 30 minutes on the Puck Doku, and just try and get like the lowest possible score I could. I also like studied, like I would go through and be like, you know, like after certain days where, let's say I see a player that like I vaguely remember on two teams after I'd finished, and I was just going through looking at what the lowest scores were. I'd be like, oh, I remember Dennis Mulligan. He had played for a couple of teams, right? Like, let's see Dennis Mulligan. Let's see who he played for, because he played for a couple of teams. So Mulligan played for the Panthers, the Leafs, and the Avalanche. So I would like trying to find guys like that, but like maybe just have a couple of more teams. And I would just like try and commit them to memory. Leafs one were easy, but Colorado and Edmonton, I did have to think for a little bit. Yeah. I was trying to get most Leafs. That's what I was hoping for, but yeah, I would do like little things like that. I remember there was I don't even remember the name, but because I have one of the like old jersey hockey books that kind of go over the history of some jerseys, um, and it was going through like a player's name from some like those older teams, and it was saying how like I don't know, I forget, but it was like this guy that went to like Edmonton, or that had went from the Rangers, sorry, to Chicago in like the 40s. And I was like, I'm going to commit that name to memory. And it came up one day, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, thank God. Yeah, it is funny that he has no picture on Puck Doku, but I think that's because I think they take it from Puckpedia, do they not? Yeah, they take it from Puckpedia, so I guess he doesn't have. Let me see. Um, Oh, gosh. Like, let's see. Yeah, I guess he just doesn't have a profile in Puckpedia. Yeah, the point of the game is trying to get the most obscure players. Most of the time, it's a lot harder than that, or at least it's not as limited in players. So like, can I do a previous game? Visit the archive. Oh, I have to sign up. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, like most of the time, it'll be like two teams. It'll be like Toronto and Toronto and the Rangers, for example, instead of Toronto in the 2022-2023 playoffs. Like, well, it'll kind of be something like that, just so, and then you have to name someone who was on both teams. So you're trying to get like really obscure names. You're trying to get the lowest percentage you possibly can. That's the goal of it. But yeah, it is fun, and it can be challenging, but I don't do it super often anymore, to be honest. Come on, boys, this would be huge if we can do it. Yeah, it would be. HL 8 SP jerseys from 2001 to 2005. I've been watching hockey enough to succeed at that game. Yeah, it is one where you kind of need both a good memory and long hockey knowledge. Did I have the Chrome tab muted this entire time? I had music going on that whole thing. I don't think you guys heard that whatsoever. That is funny. Oh shit, I'm late to this period. Fuck. Well made to save. My fucking game wasn't, or my stream wasn't up to date. Wasn't live. Marchand, I think, was getting into it from what they were saying on the broadcast. All right, so 3-2 game here for the Leafs. It's got one period left. They'll redo that draw. Panthers outscore their opponent 10-4 in the third in these playoffs. So Leafs need to be careful. Puck held in to the zone here. Comes back to the point. Marner trying to stop that, and it's put into the corner. Now here's Ekblad with it. He cuts to the middle. Cut off by Nyes. Nyes just can't get the breakaway, but Marner following up. It's a 2-on-1. Marner coming in. Trying to get it across. Stopped up behind the net. Can't send it in front. Ekblad stops him there. Now comes in front. Matthews! Save there! Good save by Bobrovsky just to keep the pad down. Not panic. And now here come the Panthers the other way. Barkov around to the front, and it squeezes through. Somehow gets past Ekman Larson, who was down on the ice. I don't know how that didn't deflect off him, but it's fine. Here comes Jones now with it. Jones to the front, blocked by Benoit. Marner, good job sticking with that and taking it away. Up ahead to Nyes. Now Nyes just has to hit the red line and dump it in, and that's exactly what he does. Yeah, that mask was cool. Big hit there by Lawton on Tkachuk. And the Panthers kind of give him a little shove after that. Now here does come Tkachuk up ahead to Samoskevich. Samoskevich shot, save, rebound. Oh, and it's loose. Oof. Man, Wool needs to not give a rebound on that one. Panthers turn it over. Lawton across. Here's Lorentz with it. He holds up. Shot. That's wide. Yarcrow couldn't get a hold on that. He tried to pull the trigger, but he was stopped up by Bennett. Leafs able to send it right back in and make a change. This one's a hell of a start here to the third period. Puck back into the Leafs' end. Here is Sturm. Sturm back to the point. It gets past Kulikov and goes down the ice. Bobrovsky out to play it. Gets it to Kulikov, who will lift it high. Back to center. Boakfist going after it here on Tanev. Shot attempts 46 to 29 in favor of the Panthers. McCabe trying to get away from Sturm and Tanev helping him out there. Good job by Tanev to help out his D partner. Man, how'd that one get past him? Marchand gets crunched along the boards by Tanev. Tanev swings it and missed Nylander, but it's going to go down the ice. But Bobrovsky has to play it because Nylander was there first. No icing. Ekblad up ahead. Missed the skate of Lindell, so he has to play it back. Ekblad had that one go off skate. Now Pacioretty. His shot. It's blocked. And Luosterainen bouncing there with Benoit as the puck came to them. And now that puck missed the Florida player, goes all the way down. I'm not saying I promote purposely injuring player, but I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy someone bulldozing Marchand. So he starts cramping his pieces of his pelvis. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Marchand getting completely demolished. There's Matthews. Oh, he almost got that 5-hole. It was close. Yeah, I definitely... If Marchand and Bennett both just get absolutely demolished by someone, you know, like Pacioretty, I would not be upset about it for sure. Landon, you need a haircut. You'll be Anakin from Star Wars Episode 3. I hope I don't go that far. I hope I don't turn to the dark side. But yeah, my hair's long as hell. It's true. Gotta blow my nose again. Give me a second. Oh god, I'm muted. Puck won by the Panthers. There's a shot! And off of a body and high. Careful off the draw there, guys. It's a good stick, though. That puck went back once again. Here's a shot by Mikkola. Save. Rebound! Oh, and Wool somehow makes the save! And now Barkov knocked down. No call there. Verhaeghe sends it back to the point. There's a shot by Mikkola. Blocked by Nyes. Nyes trying to bounce it out, and he does. Verhaeghe trying to buy some time as the Panthers are changing. He'll dump and chase. Tanev takes a hard hit. Puck is turned over and right into the glove of Joseph Woll. Tanev is down, though. Yeah, that is a strong hit by Verhaeghe. And he's hunched over, going to the bench. Oh, it's Tanev right there. Tanev and Matthews are the ones that stop this one up. It's Matthews basically tripping Verhaeghe, and Tanev was the one that swiped it away from the goal. But there's Tanev that took the big hit. He seems to be okay on the bench, though. Pigtail braids. God hadn't decided to rob me of my hair. I would absolutely rock them. It's definitely an option for me. I guess I could. Oh, that puck hits the official. Bennett with the shot and off of Riley and out of play. As that one almost benefited Florida. Bounce off of the referee. So Yarncroke wins the draw. It's a bounce off the boards. They hold it. And that goes off the glass. Hits the ref. Poked free for Bennett and Riley. Good job to come out and get a stick on Bennett. O'Reilly will lift it far down the ice. It's not going to be icing as it goes off of Schmidt. Schmidt up ahead. Here's Samoskevich with some speed. Samoskevich coming in. Nice job by Lawton on the back check. He gets hit hard. Bennett can't come up with the puck, but Schmidt does, and his shot goes high. Lawton is able to get it up to a stick, and Backhands it all the way down the ice. Icing call against the Leafs. It's a lot of offensive zone pressure here for the Panthers. The Leafs have been hemmed in the past almost full period here. Lawton with 4 hits tonight. Lawton jumps the draw. So he gets a warning. Lawton wins it. Arlo off the boards, and Forsling can't keep it in. It's not enough for icing, so Leafs will able to get a change. Panthers trying to jump it right back in. Good stick there by Benoit to chip it out. Now Lundell sends it in. Marchand here on the far side. Got past him. Now sent in front. Tipped wide. Ekblad to the front. And once again, this time it's Lundell. After so much time in the offensive zone, it's Lundell that eventually gets the goal. So it's sent in here by Lundell, and they're just good forecheck there by them. It's Ekblad, and he somehow gets it across to Lundell. Lundell just gets lost. Leafs players are just looking at the puck. No one's watching to see where their man is. It goes off the skate of Lundell, and he plays it in. Yeah, blah, indeed. Well, now the Leafs need to get going here. There's a shot by McCabe, goes high. Marner on it, his shot. Scores! Marner gets it right back! Holy! How did that go in? And I don't even know. I don't care. Right back, boys. Holy. The Leafs have been doing that so often in these playoffs. They give up a goal and they just storm right back on the next shift. It's dumped in here. Leafs on the forecheck. Good job by Nyes there to get in front of Jones, but McCabe holds the zone, sends it to Marner on the far side. Nyes is in front and he just swings it. It's rolling there, and he just swings it to the net, gets past Bobrovsky, doesn't hit a thing. That is awesome by Marner. Yes, sir. Put the puck to the net. Get in front. That is something the Leafs have been doing so well against Bobrovsky. They did not do that in those 2023 playoffs. That's an extra $250K on that new deal, yeah. And Leaf fans giving the Leafs a little bit of an ovation. Yeah, just get it to the front. Barkov's trying to push out Nyes, and that screens Bobrovsky. It would have been an easy save for him, but he doesn't see it. Now Nylander, there's a shot, and Bobrovsky holds on. And we'll go to a commercial break. The Leafs give up one, but they get it right back. Marner puts the Leafs up by one. So massive, dude. Yeah. Nice. He is. That's 100%. Nice is so crucial to this team because he can make those big plays. You know, you saw it obviously last game with the breakaway goal. He has that skill he has that speed as well to go in on a breakaway. I don't think Nice isn't the fastest player right off the get-go, but I feel like once he gets to full speed, he's pretty quick. It's the acceleration that he's not as quick on, but he has that speed. He has, the skill to make some nice plays in front. He has the hands to make, the quick plays in front. Obviously, he has the big body, which is good on the forecheck and in front, and he goes to the front of the net so often. And like I said, the Leafs did not do that in those 2023 playoffs. The reason Bobrovsky only allowed 2 goals per game against the Leafs in that second round is because the Leafs didn't get in front of him. They didn't make his job hard. He could see almost every shot. But here in these playoffs, the Leafs are going to the front of the net. They're standing in front of Bobrovsky. They're making his life difficult and just throwing pucks on goal. Because you never know. And that right there is such a prime example of what you need to do. Especially after a goal. Especially after it. God, yeah. 17 seconds after the Florida goal. Yeah, he's a massive guy. He has a big body, both in size and height. Yeah, Leafs have been outscored 12-8 in the third, but they get it right back. 13:54 left to go. Leafs offensive zone draw here. They win it. There's a shot by Carlo. Easy save by Bobrovsky. Decides to play it. But the Panthers get it down the ice. Carlo, you got to milk that a little bit, buddy. So no icing there. So apparently the Leafs defenseman has factored in on every single goal tonight. Leafs defensemen have been getting a lot of points here in these playoffs. Now it's this Lundell line back out here for the Panthers, who have been so deadly tonight. Leafs need to be careful. That puck goes into out of play, I should say. Number is skewed because of game one. That's true. I know. My show. Waiting. Zerating. Bennett off the draw here. He'll flip it in. Goes after it. Comes up with the puck. Holds on. His shot goes off of a stick. Into the corner. Now Schmidt pinching here. Yarncrook trying to get after him. Lawton sends it back down to Carlo. We'll try this side this time, and they do get it up to Lorentz. Puck does eventually get out. Lawton trying to jump on that across Schmidt, but Bobrovsky coming out to play it. Lorentz jumping on that. Lorentz gets it down to Bobrovsky. He'll play it there for Schmidt, and off the boards and out. These make a change. 2007, the Senators lose to the Anaheim Ducks. Yeah, they did lose the cup there. Now, if only Matthews was scoring, we'd be a juggernaut. Yeah, it would be nice for Matthews to get on the board. That one's not going to be an icing call as Tanev gets hit hard. They're going to start slamming Tanev against the boards here, especially after knowing that he took that Verhaeghe hit pretty hard. Reinhart trying to center it in front. Matthews, good defensive play there. Swept it into the corner. Now he's tying him up against the boards. Puck going to be worked loose there, and Matthews comes away with it. Sends it down to McCabe behind his own net, who has some time. He'll send it off the boards and out to Nyes, who is in the neutral zone and tips it in, so no icing. Yeah, Matthews has been good defensively, but yeah, it would be nice if he was scoring. Obviously, it's clear something's wrong with Matthews. I mean, we've known that for a while. We've known that since like the start of the season. But yeah, it's unfortunate that he doesn't quite have that shot. Marchand almost turned the puck over to Domi, but now he turns the other way. Luostarinen in. He'll play it down low. It's Luostarinen, not Luostarinen. Now OEL pokes it free for Domi. Luostarinen. McMahon almost steals that. Now it comes free for McMahon. And good defensive play by Forsling to stop that. Tavares can't steal the puck away. Now Riley trying to get the Leafs back on the forecheck. Tavares takes the hit, trying to cycle it. Nylander was a little bit late to that as he was changing, or at least just getting onto the ice, I should say. Lead pass up ahead to Nylander. Tavares dumps it in. Nylander chasing here. Pacioretty just misses a hit on Schmidt. Now Nylander steals it from Schmidt. Nylander turning. Had that poked away from him. Carlo just trying to swing it down low. Now it's fed up ahead. Here's Tkachuk. Tkachuk caught up there by Carlo. But it's left there. Across. Oh, what a save! Joseph Woll gets across and robs Samoskevich. Unbelievable. Schmidt across to Samoskevich, and Woll just gets there in time. Gets a skate on it. Oh, beauty. Joseph Woll coming up huge. Brick Woll, Brick Woll, Brick Woll. Amazing save. Holy. Ooh. That play looked dead for a moment because Tkachuk almost had a break. Carlo managed to get back, but it was the back check of the Leafs was a little bit late. Panthers were able to get there first. And it was Schmidt that came in. Samoskevich went to the side of the net, and he was all alone. And Woll somehow manages to get a skate on it, making the save, keeping the game keeping it a one-goal game for the Leafs. The Leafs indeed. Whew. Yeah, light off, carry me home. I do find it weird that for both, was it for tomorrow as well? Yeah, I feel weird that the games start 2.5 hours after each other, because, I mean, I guess they do end close to when the next game starts, but it's kind of hard to, I guess, time that properly. But yeah, let's see. Let's see the save. Oh no, they're just showing the Domi goal. I'm also glad I'm not a fan of a Western team. I mean, I am too, honestly, but mostly just because, I'm mountain time, so it would be fine for me. I mean, like, I'm a fan of the Flames, obviously not the same length as a Leaf fan, but it was funny when game 1 was at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Saw so many people complaining, and I was like, for me, it's good, because it means the game starts at 6 instead of 5, and I don't have to rush home after work. I didn't have to, like, and Tanev taken down. No call. I didn't have to rush home after work and only have, like, 5 minutes before the game starts that I could get ready. Get ready for the stream, so it was a lot nicer game 1. Ooh, that puck rides up and hits Lorentz in the face. He seems to be okay. In 2001, Senators and Ducks. Senators lost the Stanley Cup to the Ducks. Yes, they did. This is the Ducks' only cup. They wore awful jerseys. Oh, Yarncrook with a shot save by Bobrovsky as the puck was knocked down. My buddy's a Stars fan. He also gets up for work at 4 a.m., so he never gets to see the many home games or weekday playoff games. That sucks. That sucks. Murray on the bench going, whoo. Yeah. Honestly, that's actually, I'm sure that's such a good feeling for Woll. Like, obviously Murray is, he's not quite the same guy that he used to be, but that's a 2-time Stanley Cup winner. So I'm sure Murray giving you the whoo is probably a pretty good feeling for Woll. Dude, look at that guy. Hold on, there's a shot by Carlo save. There's a guy in the stands wearing a really cool St. Pat's. It looks like a sweater. It's up by the stairs on the left side. I think like 2 seats in. Probably like 10 rows up, I would say. I want to see that again. I want to know what sweater that is. Because it's a green St. Pat's. I wonder if it's just like a regular sweater or like a, a fun sweater. Here's Carlo with the blast. Trickles through to that. It's loose. On. Pacioretty can't convert. Bobrovsky making a couple of huge saves there. And the puck gets passed down. Tavares off the boards. Holmberg will dump it in. It has no striping, yeah, which is why I'm wondering what it is. It might just be like a, not the kind of sweaters that I collect. It might be just like a hoodie. But I want to know. Because I haven't seen that before. There are a couple of times where I see sweaters on the broadcast that I go, that is sick. And it makes me interested in them. Domi back to the point. There's a shot, and McCabe got that through to the net, but Bobrovsky says no, he somehow saw that one. Made the save. I don't know if it's a bootleg. I think it might just be a... Oh man, that deflects off so many bodies, and right pad save by Bobrovsky, and there's just a quick shot by McCabe. That's smart from him. Just get it on goal. Yeah, I don't think it's a bootleg. I think it's just a... Might just be a random hoodie. Could be custom one too. Bought it from the front row mobsters. Yeah, baby. Matthews up ahead. Nice, trying to chip it in. It's high. Matthews knocks it down. Gets away from Barkov. Matthews tried to get it to Marner, and a good back check there by the Panthers. Marner had a big opportunity. Puck comes back to the point. Held there. Mikkola sends it in. Here's Reinhardt. And he gets checked there. Matthews coming away with the puck. Flips it high. Back to center. And that will not be enough for icing, so Leafs able to make a change. Jones gets it to Bennett. Up ahead. Kachuk sends it down. That's an easy glove save by Woll, but means an offensive zone draw here for the Panthers, so Kachuk probably takes that. Here's Matthews. He's able to get away from Barkov and tries to chip it across, and there's a good stick by Reinhardt. Knicks beat Celtics. I mean, I don't care about basketball at all, but I don't like Boston teams, so let's go. Lawton gets it across to Lorentz. He'll chip it in. Yarncroke going after it on Forsling. Forsling loses an edge, which allows Lorentz to jump on it here. Lorentz battling for it, comes back to the point, held by OEL. OEL down low behind the net. Here's Yarncroke. It's knocked off his stick. Comes free for Ekblad. Yarncroke still trying to pressure him. Samoskevich knocked down by Lawton. Lawton, good forecheck here by the Leafs. Now that one poked away. Bennett dumping it down. Woll will settle it down here for the Leafs. 6:05 left to go here in the third. Rodriguez, get it across. Rodriguez is on this fourth line now. Rodriguez in. Boqvist to Rodriguez. Comes back around the net. Holmberg ties up Boqvist in the corner. Nylander trying to poke it free. And he able to get it up ahead for Tavares. Tavares one-on-one. Try to make a move around Mikkola. It's pushed to the corner. Holmberg, he's now out here with Tavares and Nylander. But now it's a 3-on-2. So there's a shot blocked. Rebound. Oh, comes to the front. Swiped away by McCabe. Good swipe by McCabe. And now it's a breakaway here for Nyes. Bobrovsky comes out of the net. Swipes it away from him. What the hell happened? That was crazy. Now the puck Gets away from Wool behind the net. Benoit almost got rocked by McCabe. Now comes back. Here's a pass. Oh, and a good block there by Marner. Puck is still loose. Here's a shot by Kulikov with a drive. That one goes wide. Lucerina to Marchand. It's this Marchand line that's been so good all night. Leafs need to find a way to hold on here. There's a block there by Benoit. Matthews comes away with the puck. He'll chip it up ahead. Nyes with Matthews. Nyes tried to make a move around Kulikov. And that one intercepted. OEL, Carlo with the shot. And that's an easy save as Yarncroke and Kulikov get into it a little bit. Here's McCabe with the goal line save. I mean, it was all alone in the blue paint. Wool was all the way off to the right. There was not any Panther coming, but still swipes it off the crease area. Poor JT has had so many solo opportunities, but ended up in the zone alone. Yeah, he hasn't. Like, yeah, it's been tough for him because there's been a lot of times where, like, yeah, it's been either he's the first one on the puck because his teammates are changing, or he's the last one on the puck because his teammates are changing. So it's not had a ton of opportunities where he's had someone with him. But I've liked Tavares' game. I mean, he's been good. Got blow my nose again. Ooh. So how much time do we got left? We got like what, 4 minutes? 5 minutes? 4:26 left to go. Whew. Okay, yeah, here we are. So yeah, there's Tanev that saved a goal right there. There's the big save by Wool on Samoskevich. And then McCabe tried to swipe it with the stick, missed it, swipes it with the glove. 24 block shots in game one. Third game with 20-plus block shots in these playoffs. "23 block shots the Leafs have tonight. And the Panthers only have 8. Matthews will win the draw. Tanev just plays it in. Mikkola had that one intercepted. Matthews trying to work his way around Mikkola, but he stops him up. Battle along the boards. Nice coming in to help out. Comes around for Jones. Jones gets it to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe for Barkov. Now back down. Hops over the stick of Verhaeghe. Tanev in behind his own net. Chips it to McCabe, who will get it up for Nyes. Nyes trying to swing it back, and it's held in by Reinhart. Jones tried to have that tip there by Barkov. It went into the corner. Barkov comes away with it, though. Back for Jones. Jones across to Mikkola. That one sent down. It's deflected. Still loose in front. Leafs trying to swipe it away. Comes back for Jones. Now down for Barkov. His shot to the front goes wide. He was looking for a tip. Mikkola pinching. Sends it for Reinhart. Reinhart through his legs, trying to get it to Barkov. It gets there eventually. Now a shot by Jones. Blocked in front. Mikkola, backhand. Nice save there by Wool. Left pad. Off the boards. Doesn't get out. Verhaeghe makes a move. Shoots. And that one put wide. Verhaeghe, another opportunity. Blocked in front. Matthews can't clear it. Leafs can't get it out. There's a shot. And off of Wool and out. A minute in the zone for the Panthers. And the Leafs hold on. Mikkola backhand. I don't know why Mikkola's right there on the slot, but good save there. Matthews off the boards. Nyes can't get it out. Goes to Verhaeghe. Makes a move around Marner. Quick shot. Missed the net. And he gets his rebound. Matthews swiping at it. He gets a piece of it, but not enough. And now, interesting that it's Lundell Luosterainen and Bennett out there instead of Marchand. Oh yeah, it is just a sweater. It's or a hoodie. Just a hoodie. It's nothing special. Makes me a little more sad. That St. Pat's one that I was talking about earlier. Let's go D. Yeah, no kidding. Sammy would have given up 16 goals there. Probably. Yeah, probably. Lindell out there to take the draw against Lawton. Lawton wins the draw. Nice job. Off the boards. Kept in by Forsling, but Yarncroke able to get the second opportunity. Gets it down the ice, and it's a nice call. 2:55. And now Marchand is coming out. And Bobrovsky is going to the bench. And Bobrovsky, wow, I'm surprised that they actually are pulling Bobrovsky full stop. But they are. Panthers win the draw. Here's Tkachuk. Throws it down low. Marchand with it in the corner. Swings it back. Marchand. Jones up high. Across, there's a shot. Goes high. Ricochets back to Reinhart on this near side. Down low for Barkov. Barkov getting pressured there. Comes back to the point. Reinhart with a shot. And that one drifted wide of the net. Kept in there. Now it's in the corner. Leafs battling for it. Riley is in there poking it. Comes loose. Lorentz lifts it high and he's able to get it out. Leafs trying to get as much guys changed as possible. Don't take a too many men penalty. They don't. Tkachuk back in. Sends it to the front. Goes off the side of the net. Now comes Marchand. Swings it wide. Reinhart back across. Here's the Jones up high. Verhaeghe. That one hops the stick of Reinhart. Reinhart sends it to the near side where Tkachuk is waiting for it. Tkachuk, quick shot. Blocked in front. McCabe had his stick held. And now that puck goes off the boards and out. There was no one there for the Panthers. It's right back in though. Leafs makes another change. Benoit wraps it around. It's cut off by the Panthers. Here's Tkachuk swinging it out in front. Hits the skate of Benoit. Marner off the boards and out. Race for it. Knies trying to jump on that. Jones will play it to Barkov. A minute, 22 seconds left to go. Panthers making some changes. Here comes Barkov. He'll send it in. Benoit off of Knies. It doesn't get out. Knies with a second opportunity does get it out there. That's big for Knies. He had that puck hit him and that would have been bad. Now it's back in. Matthews off the boards. Forsling holds the zone for a moment. Knies. He gets high stick. No call. Marchand behind the net. Holding. Gets it to Lindell. Back to the point. Ekblad fans on the shot. Marner, get it out. Marner flips it. Gets a pass. Forsling. I'm back into the Panther zone. 40 seconds left to go. Bennett tried to tip it past Matthews. Intercepts. Matthews for the empty net. Missed it wide. And that will be an icing call. Holy. Reinhart sends it in front. Marchand just doesn't get enough of it. Sends it wide. Yeah, Poppy wide again. Knies is bleeding from the high stick. There was no call there. And is there a timeout? I think there was a timeout for the Panthers, yeah. Yeah, big surprise for sure. So who's out there for the Leafs right now? They had a couple of guys changed. But I don't know who got changed, who wasn't able to change. It was an icing call, so it's not like they can decide. Bobrovsky still on the bench. Of course. Matthews, Benoit's out there. I think Tavares is out there. And Nylander with McCabe. Tavares Battle off the draw. Leafs able to gather it up. Here's Benoit. Benoit with some time and space. Carries it up. Flips it down the ice. And it's going to be another icing call. But they do manage to kill 9 seconds there. That's a good battle off the draw. Leafs managed to win it. .24 seconds left. Tavares versus Barkov on the draw again. Barkov wins it cleanly this time. Here's Jones with it. Across. Tkachuk whips the shot. Tipped wide. Bennett can't send it in front. Now Matthews with it. Matthews up ahead. Tipped out by Tavares. Panthers trying to get it right back in. Bennett tried to slide it to the corner. Benoit chipping at it. There's a shot. Goes wide. And that's going to ricochet out. And the Leafs are going to hold on and win game 2. And they will go up 2-0 in the series. Let's go! Marner with the game-winning goal. That was such a huge game. First of all, that was a fucking great game. Can we just say that? That game was awesome. That was such a fun game. Huge game from Wall, who, you know, I said I think he would have a good game. I wasn't too worried about him. But that one there, I think, was more important of a win for the Leafs than it was in Game 1. Because with Game 1, you know, the Leafs came out and they kind of dominated at least the first period and a half, right? I would say most people would agree with that. Maybe the first 2 periods. But that was a Panthers team that you knew wasn't going to come out like that in this game here. The Panthers were not going to repeat their performance from the Game 1 first period. We all knew that. This one, I thought the Panthers were a lot stronger, and the Leafs still managed to bounce back. They still managed to get the win. They went down twice, managed to get goals right back, and then when the Panthers tied it 3-3, Marner, 15 seconds later, gets the Leafs back in the lead, and they hold on for the third period. 4th career playoff game-winning goal tonight for Marner. We do have to win one in Sunrise. That would be so huge. But yeah, that performance there for the Leafs shows me so much. It brings me so much more confidence than Game 1 did. I was still a little nervous after Game 1 because of, you know, just like I said, the Panthers did not come out to play like we thought they would. This one here, I would say the Panthers played a lot better of a game, and the Leafs stayed with them. Leafs put up 4 on Bobrovsky again here. It's huge. Proving the haters wrong. Such a big dub. Holy. Has the Jets game started yet? No, not yet. I think they're waiting. Oh. Damn. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yes, sir. There's Leaf Square. End. Leafs. Dude, it's so funny that people thought the Leafs would get swept here. Like, this might be even huger than the 2 games at home against the Ottawa that we won. I would say so. I mean, of course, it's still the Panthers. The Panthers are still a very good team. This is not. I would say I was more confident in winning the series at that point against the Senators than I do right now. You know, who knows what happens for the rest of the series here, but yeah, it's so important just to give like that confidence to this Leafs team that have had confidence issues throughout their playoff history. Like it is what it is. That I think that is their main issue is the Leafs have had confidence issues, and it doesn't really seem like that is the case this year. It seems like they're bouncing back a lot better this year than they have in years past. You know, they're not letting tying goals, you know, shake them. They're not letting go ahead goals shake them. It's a good night to be a Leafs fan. It sure is. It sure is. that is going to do it for me, though. I am going to end it here. Game 3 is on Friday night. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you can stay tuned for that one. If you haven't liked the video, make sure to like the stream as well. The Leafs are up 2-0 in this series. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. Ugh. God, so it would be so nice. It would be so nice, but the 2's good. The 2's good. Yeah, the piping in is the best sound. It was a good goal. Hell of a goal. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't seen my video talking about the Utah jerseys and stuff, make sure to check that out. It's my latest video that I uploaded today, like 3 hours before the stream. So make sure to check that out. But yeah. Anyways, see you guys Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye.